I'm Kristen from cookingwithmickey.info here to bring you a Disney-driven life dining tip. And this is actually going to be a full series of tips, and it has to do with the Disney dining plan. So many people have questions about what is the best place to use their credits at, how to make their credits go farther. So I'm going to give you some of my favorite tips, and I will be covering snacks, the counter service places, along with table service, and all of Walt Disney World. So let's get started, and I'm going to start with some general tips for you. One of them being snack credits. Now, the best thing to do with those is to use them on higher priced items. Things like pretzels, pork egg rolls, that sort of thing, and not use them on fountain drinks or bottles of water. Now, if you're at a counter service, you can always ask them for a free cup of water. And most of them, because it comes through the filtered water system, you don't have that Florida taste. So that's one perk and a way to save some money. In addition to that, if you have the basic package, which includes the table service option, then with that, I highly recommend as soon as you book that and you know that you're going to be doing it, especially if it's during free dining, you definitely want to go and book online or call Disney and get your ADRs. That way you're all set, you know where you're going to eat, and you don't have to worry and be one of those poor unfortunate souls that has some leftover table service credits. I've heard of that happening, and that's very sad, and I don't want to see that happen to anybody else. So definitely make your ADRs. Now when you're doing that, do double check and make sure that it accepts the Disney dining plan. Now, not all restaurants on the Walt Disney World property take them. Swan and Dolphin is one of those exceptions. They do not accept it because they are actually separate from Walt Disney World, but part of Walt Disney World. So definitely check into that. Now, if you're looking to make those table service credits go farther, get the biggest bang for your buck, I highly recommend using it at the a la carte restaurants. What I mean by that is the places that have the appetizer, your entree, and your dessert all separate. So if you're going to be dining at a buffet, a family style restaurant, or even the dinner shows, those do take 2 credits, by the way. I would pay those out of pocket. And the reason being is if you actually added up the cost of your entree, your dessert, and your drink at one restaurant and compare it to the price of either the cost of using 2 table service credits at a dinner show or using a credit at a buffet or a family style restaurant, you're going to find out that you will be saving a lot more money by paying with those out of pocket. Now, another thing that I have to mention is if you have Tables in Wonderland, you're an annual pass holder or a Florida resident, gosh, can't talk. If you are either of those, you can use that in combination with the Disney dining plan. So say you did the basic plan and you wanted to get some alcoholic drinks, you wanted to get an appetizer, you can then get your 20% off on those items since they aren't included in the Disney dining plan. Now, another thing to remember is don't forget, the tip is not included, and Disney recommends 18 to 20%. So you'll want to budget for that. So you kind of figure out where you're going to eat, roughly what it's going to cost you, and then set aside some money for your tips. Now, last but not least, and of course there are many more I could be giving you, but I'm running out of time. So my last tip is if you have leftover credits, now say it's a snack credit, you can get fudge, you can also get things from, stop by your food court and pick up the Rice Krispie treats or whatever it is that you like to take home, cookies, cotton candy, those kinds of things are always great. You can give them as gifts, or you can be selfish like myself. I'm selfish when it comes to the fudge. I love the fudge. I'm serious. The pumpkin fudge is delicious. So I buy the fudge, I bring it home, and the following week I have a little bit of Disney food at home, kind of take me back, remind me of the fun time I had on my trip.
She doesn't share.
That is true. I
don't
share my fudge. That's just one option when it comes to the snack credits. Now, if you have counter service credits left, I do recommend making sure you use those as well. Now, my favorite place to hit up is Earl of Sandwich. And you can get sandwiches, soups, salads. You can also go to your food court at your hotel because that's always easy and convenient, especially if you're using Magical Express. You don't want to miss your flight. So if you're driving, you get a little bit more options. Also, it gives you something to eat on your way home. If you are flying, don't forget you can't take the soup on the plane since there are no liquids. So you won't want to pick that up. But it is good to have that sandwich or that salad because chances are all you're going to get are some pretzels, and what fun is that? So those are my tips, at least a few of my general Disney dining plan tips. Next time I will definitely have more, so you'll want to check those out. Till then, I'm Kristen. See you right here for another Disney Driven Life dining tip.